We are back. It's been a minute, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. And it's good to be here. It's good to be here, man. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. I'm going to give a few moments to let people get into the stream. Hopefully this is a success. Yeah, my words. Hopefully this is a successful stream. If not, man, if you're not able to catch the live version, you can watch the playback. We got 2 people in the stream. If you're here, slap the like button. We need to get these likes up. We need to get as many people as we can watching this because there's a lot to talk about. We are going to talk about Harvey Elliott. We are going to talk about, obviously, as the title says, Liverpool closing in on the signing of Marc Guehi, according to David Alcott. We are going to talk about Isak because a lot has happened since I last spoke on Isak. Last time I spoke on Isak, I was busy saying, is it possible? And with the way I'm feeling about this guy, some minutes is possible, some minutes it isn't. But we are also going to talk about Milos Kerkez, a guy that has signed for Liverpool. So we got to talk about that. We're going to talk about Man United as well. And you guys may be wondering, you said Liverpool closing in on signing Guéhi. The new format that I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be talking about a bunch of different things, but I'm going to have a standout title because I don't like that cluster of having this and this and this and this and this. I'd rather just have a standout main event headline and then you have all the undercard stuff. And in this case, the main event headline is Marc Guehi because everybody's talking about Milos Kerkez, but that is the first place we are going to start. We are going to start with Milos Kerkez news. And let me pull this up right now. So, Liverpool have confirmed the signing of Milos Kerkez. Milos Kerkez is now a Liverpool player. I'm sorry if you can hear that in the background. So, obviously, you see Milos Kerkez saying all this stuff, walking around. I wonder what number he's going to take. He might take the number 6 or whatever number he would like, of course. But, yeah. Obviously, him sitting in Soberslide section because same international teammate. But yeah, Milos Kerkez, great signing. Reminds me of a young Robertson. One thing I can say about him is his approach to the game is very aggressive. 3 people in the stream, get the likes up. We are 297 people subscribed to this channel. So 297. We can at least get a little bit 3 more. Let's get this. By the end of the stream, let's get to 300. Let's get to 300 by the end of the stream. But, yeah. Milos Kerkez. Signed. And, yeah, like I said, there's not really much to say about it. I'm happy about it. Good signing. Good player. Very eager to join Liverpool. He was making that obvious. He was twerking for Liverpool before the deal was agreed. He was doing all the madness before the deal was agreed. But it's always nice to know that you have players that actually want to join the club. So yeah, Milos Kerkez, good fullback. So let's just go for it now. So we got Milos Kerkez, Frimpong, Florian Wirtz. Who is the next one? And I'm gonna do this right now because I'm sure a lot of people are here for the title. So I'm going to give you guys where I got this information from. Because obviously you haven't seen any major journalists tweet it out. But a person that has spoken about this also spoke about also was the first person to release Jordan Henderson going to leave. Like Jordan Henderson leaving. He was one of the first people to speak about that. So when this guy breaks an exclusive, which he doesn't do it often, but when he does, it is pretty accurate. And it's this man right here. Exclusive news. Liverpool are closing in on a deal to sign Marc Guehi from Crystal Palace. Guehi has 1 year left on his deal at Palace, and Liverpool have held discussions over recent months with Guehi's representatives as revealed exclusively in March. So this guy has been covering the Guehi news for quite some time, And when it comes down to a lot of stuff, he has been accurate when he has dropped exclusive news. So if people are asking, what is the reputable stuff with this guy's been reputable when it comes to dropping exclusive. He dropped an exclusive of Jordan Henderson. I think it was one of the first people that that dropped the Klopp leaving. I could be wrong, but this guy's pretty accurate when it comes to Liverpool news. So if he says that it's close, then it's close. We got 9 people in the stream. I haven't streamed in a minute, and we got 9 people, man. Let's get commenting. How would you guys feel about the signing of Marc Guehi? I spoke about Milos Kerkez earlier. Great signing. But how will you guys feel about the signing of Marc Guehi or Guéhi, whatever you guys feel the correct pronunciation is? How would you guys feel about that signing? Let me know down in the comments. And also, we are 3 away from 300 subscribers, so get subscribing. We got 8 people in the stream. I'm actually really impressed. I'm actually happy. I'm gonna refresh to see how many likes we got. I'm gonna refresh to see how many likes we got. It better be a good amount. Okay, we got 2 likes. Come on, man. We got 8 people in the stream, and the best we can do is 2 likes. Come on, man. We can do better than that. We can do a lot better than that, man. We can do a lot better than that. I'm trying to drop some stuff that nobody's really talking about, man. I'm seeing Kopish talk about Milos Kerkez. I'm just gonna say Guéhi. Like, you know what they're saying, coming to America. Hey, mama call it Clay, so I'm gonna call it Clay. But yeah, I think it's interesting because a lot of people are saying that he would only come to Liverpool if you're gonna play a lot of games, compared to what a Jarrell Kwanzaa did, because Slot actually rates this player compared to Jarrell Kwanzaa. If Slot rated Jarrell Kwanzaa, he wouldn't let him go as easily. Option, you got one of the best centre-backs for England, or the best English centre-back, which, by the way, is not that much of a big deal, but you got that title there. You got one of the best, I'm trying to find my water, man. One of the best, give me a second. Let me just put this here for a second. One of the best English centre-backs. Let me get my water quick. One sec, guys, because I'm not gonna lie. When I do these streams, it's a lot of talking, and my mouth gets very dry. Shit, I dropped my phone. One sec, guys. Where did I put it? Okay. You know what? No water for me today, I guess. Great signing. The debate is he better than Konate? Me? I don't think he is. But I don't think... Shit, I dropped my phone again. I don't think the gap is as big as what most Liverpool fans think it is. I think the gap between Marc Guehi and Konate isn't as big as what people think it is. But I think Konate is better, but I don't think the gap is as big as what people think it is. But yeah, man. Overall, let me message Mike. Mike is asking when I'm going live. I'm literally live right now. I forgot to put it. Yo, do you know what it is? Yeah, when you're making these videos, yeah, sometimes you just forget to just like share it out. Sometimes you just forget to share it out. He said, when am I going live? I want to let him know. Well, why did I put a laughing emoji? What the hell? Okay. Sometimes, man, when you're posting these links, it's just... Okay. But yeah, 7 people in the stream. Slap the like button. No excuse. Slap the like button, man. As you can see here, Liverpool are supposedly closing in on the 6.5. It gives us centre-back depth, and it allows us to complete at all fronts. And he's one of the few dudes that's actually... And it's always good. And maybe someone like Virgil can have a bit more rest, because Virgil is 34 years old. so he's getting up in age. So it's nice to have a rotational piece. But overall, I'm like of intent. I feel like we're showing that we are trying to go back to back and win the Champions League, and I feel like we're preparing the best. Like people say in the food industry, it's all about prep. When you're a chef, it's all about prep. Everything you do is all about prep. It's all about making sure that you're ready, that you prepare all the food for when the service begins. And the service, in our sense, is the Premier League season, is when we play in the Champions League, is when we best it can, signing early. That's beautiful to see. I do hope a striker. I am hearing news, and this is a good segue. I am hearing news that we are not signing that. Well, let me get this up right now. Oh, let me see this. Yeah, I am hearing news. Yeah, that we would not that there's actually a possibility that we're not guaranteed to sign a striker for the sake of signing a striker. When I hear this worries me. When I hear this worries me. It worries me because obviously I'm hearing that Nunez is going to leave, which, by the way, let me get that Nunez news up. Okay, let's see. Okay, Atletico Madrid are closing in on a deal to sign. Okay. So it looks like Robertson might not be leaving, because Atletico Madrid are closing in on a new left back from Atalanta. Okay. So here's the new news. Okay. So as you guys can see here, negotiations continue between Napoli and Liverpool for Darwin Nunez. Initial request in excess of 65 million euros, but Napoli are trying to work on deal structure and feasibility of the whole package. Nunez wants to move, personal terms being discussed. So Nunez wants to go to Napoli. You know what it is here? As much as people criticize Nunez in terms of him taking down posts, which he ended up putting back, him saying these comments, I think Nunez plays like his personality is. He's a hot and cold character, and when you're in a hot and cold character, you tend to do erratic things. He's very emotional, and it's funny because the biggest people that criticize Nunez for being emotional, they're also just as emotional, and if they were put in the scenario, they will show this level of emotionalness. And like I said, there's nothing wrong being emotional. If you're a passionate person, if you're a person that is passionate about all this stuff, this is what tends to happen, and it is what it is. But in terms of forcing a way out, he has not done that. He's been pretty respectful. He's been pretty cordial, and he's been pretty open to going on leaving. But now he knows that he's not wanted. He now wants to move to Napoli. He's got the new haircut. He's got the new trim, and I feel like him and KDB can do some madness over there, because I feel like the pressure over there isn't going to be as big, and he is going to get the love that he got at Liverpool by the people that loved him, by the outgoing fans. He's going to get the love, especially if he can deliver a Scudetto over there. But I think it's a good move. I think he's going to do really well over there. I think him and KDB are going to form a good partnership at McTominay. I think it's a good move for him. But let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens as far as this deal. And I've seen 6 people join, man. David Okop said that we are closing in on the signing of Marc Guehi, and this guy is the same guy that broke the Jordan Henderson news, and he's broken other exclusives. He doesn't have that many exclusives that often, but when he has exclusives, 9 times out of 10, he is accurate. He is pretty accurate with the exclusives, so I can't fault him in terms of doing that. But yeah, man. Look at Liverpool signers. Let me put this right here for you guys to see. Look at this. So 40 million on Kerkez, 116 on foreign verts, 29.5 million on Jeremy Frimpong, and then some random brother that isn't gonna see minutes in the light of day. But hey, fair enough, man. You got your big move to Liverpool. Maybe one day you can progress into the first team. Doubt it, but well done for getting that big move to Liverpool. But yeah, let me see the likes. I need to see that you guys are liking this video. It is very important for us to be getting the serviceable likes and the serviceable subscribers. Now we're 2 away. 4 likes. That is much better. 5 people in the stream, 4 likes. Loving that, loving that, loving that. Really happy about that. Like I said, I haven't streamed in a minute. So to see the fact that we're getting this many likes is a beautiful sign. It's a beautiful sign. I might be free in half an hour. Okay, what's he saying? Hold the Man United stuff until. Okay, I got you. Mike. I got you. So guys, we're gonna talk about Man United later on, but I'm gonna hold it until Mike comes to the pause. My friend, I'm gonna hold it until he joins, but let's see if my other friend's around. You around to join the stream. We got 6 people. We got 7 people now. Slap the like button. Subscribe. Subscribe, man. Subscribe, man. I can't wait to see Faz hop on again, because at the end of the day, man, he's one of the first people that we did the stream. But yeah, as a whole, man, Liverpool are doing smart business. We're progressing well. We're moving well. We're moving like a big club, and we're making the right decisions. I want to talk about Harvey Elliott. Hi, are you my... What the hell? Who the hell's this? You look like my boyfriend. Well, that's not me. That's not me, man. I think I got a troll in the chat, but hey, that's not me. I ain't whoever you think I am. That ain't me. That ain't me. My boyfriend disappeared. Hey, that ain't me. But I hope you find that guy, man. But because that ain't me. But anyways, let's see the likes. Let's see if the likes go up. We got 5 people in the stream. We still got 4 likes. Come on, man. Slap the like button. Slap the like button. Subscribe if you already haven't. But back to the topic of discussion. Harvey Elliott. I'm seeing a lot of the fan base saying that Liverpool should keep Harvey Elliott. My question is why? My question is why? And I'm not saying it because I don't rate Harvey Elliott. Bro. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't come in here with this bullshit, man. I will block you. I would actually block you. I'm just trying to discuss football. I'm not trying to indulge in no bullshit that you're trying to bring to this community, man. I'm just trying to talk football. That's about it. Okay, I'm blocking this person. Okay. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't come back no more. But anyways, yeah. Harvey Elliott. Why? Why would we want to sign Harvey Elliott? I mean, keep Harvey Elliott. And this ain't a talent issue. This ain't an ability issue. This is more so, it's going to sound mad, a slot issue. And when I mean a slot issue, Slot doesn't rate Harvey Elliott. Let's keep it real. Slot doesn't rate Harvey Elliott. Slot doesn't use Harvey Elliott. Slot doesn't play Harvey Elliott. So as much as you've seen the talent on display, it doesn't matter, because as long as Slot doesn't rate, as long as Slot doesn't want him, he's not gonna get minutes. Harvey Elliott is not gonna get minutes, so we might as well let him go. We might as well let him go, use the money, and build up to test the Newcastle resolve with Isak. Because I truly believe that we can sign Alexander Isak. Because all the reports went for, he's not for sale. We were selling for 200. We're selling for 150. We're scared that Liverpool might come in. All of this is leading to we will crack under pressure, especially if Isak indicates that he wants to leave. And at this current moment in time, Isak could indicate that he wants to leave. Like that's a thing that could happen. Here's the thing, man. I'm gonna drop a super chat in, and if you're watching the playback ends, I'm gonna drop a super chat in your stream right now to show the love and support, man, because you've supported me a lot. So I'm gonna ask my let me see, no sticker. Okay, super chat. Okay, how would they feel if Nunez scored I need more. In the champions, give me 1 sec. I'm just helping these guys out. I want to see their reaction. I want to see their reaction, man. Okay, if Nunez scores against us in the ask them how they would. Shit, I need to get my how they would feel okay. Ask them how. Give me 1 second, guys. What the hell? I thought I blocked you. The fuck? Anyways, it is what it is, man. I'm just gonna ignore your comments. Give me 1 sec, guys. 1 second. Just trying to put this super chat, make sure it's grammatically correct. Okay, ask them how how they would feel if Nunez scored against us in the Champions League to knock us. Okay. Trim. Alright. Let's see how he's gonna react. I'm gonna see how they're gonna react, guys. Guys, listen up. Listen up. Listen up.
Cal, let me ask you then, Cal, would you be
Cal's
scared for
frozen.
playing him?
He's frozen. You can tell he's frozen. I was thinking there's no way man striking a pose like that for that long. That's crazy.
Let me take him down because man.
Okay, let's see it. Let's see how these guys react when they see my super chat. Okay. Now, okay. But anyways, guys, back to what I'm saying. So, Harvey Elliott got to be sold. Harvey Elliott got to be sold. Let's just keep it a bean. Harvey Elliott got to be sold because we're not going to play him. He's not gonna grow. He's not gonna improve. And if you like Harvey Elliott, if you're a Liverpool fan and you like Harvey Elliott and you want him to have a prosperous career, he's got to be sold. Harvey Elliott has got to be sold. Harvey's got to be sold. There's no way about it. I don't want him to stay. I don't think he should stay. I think he should get sold. I think he should get sold. I think Harvey Elliott should get sold. And I'm not budging on that stance because Slot ain't going to use him. Chiesa needs to be sold. All of these guys that we don't use needs to get sold. And we need to use that to fund for Alexander Isak. Like, that's just the way it gotta be. That's just the way it's gotta be. And that's just me keeping it a buck. Like, that's just me keeping it a buck, man. Like you guys gotta be realistic. Yes, the best are greedy. Yes, the best talent hoard. Yes, the best do everything they can to keep their best players. And Harvey is a good player, but realistically, he will not succeed at Liverpool. Just like Darwin Nunez will not succeed at Liverpool. Just like Federico Chiesa will not succeed at Liverpool. And when you got players that will not succeed at your club that are of value, that can be sold and to help fund for players to come in, you got to sell them. You got to sell them. That's one thing about this club that I've noticed a lot of people, a lot of you guys are too sentimental, man. Are too sentimental. Sometimes you just got to let them go. You got to let them go, man. You got to let them go, man. We got Florian Wirtz. He's younger than Harvey Elliott. He's better than Harvey Elliott. More talented than Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott's a phenomenal player, but let him go to Brighton. Let him go to a team where he can get game time. I would have liked him at Leverkusen because I reckon he would have been a good replacement for Florian Wirtz. Not as good, obviously, but he would be able to do a job. But at the end of the day, there's no point keeping him. There's no point keeping him, man. But yeah, that's my take on that. Let's talk about Alexander Isak. We got some news. We got some news regarding Alexander Isak. Is it good news? Is it bad news? At this point, I don't know if we're gonna get him. I don't know if we're not gonna get him. But all I know is we're gonna try and get him. Hold up. They answered my question. They answered my question. Hold up. I gotta see his reaction.
His super chat is mad from the by the way. But I asked Matt yesterday, but I want to know. Yeah. So ask them how they would feel if Nunez scored against us in the Champions League to knock us out, and 30-goal season with a new trim.
I'd say cool. Good luck to him.
Nah, this guy lying, man. You would not say cool. You'd be vexed. You would be vexed. I'll be fuming if he scored 30 goals and dropped a 2-piece on our head. He's gonna do that though. He's gonna do that though. He's gonna do that.
He probably will, but that still doesn't change my opinion. That still doesn't make me feel that, oh, we made a mistake. Like you said, Cal, some things just don't work out. Listen.
Oh my gosh, man.
I think if you put him back at Man United, the same thing happens again. He goes back to just don't work out. Listen, look up flipping Scott McTominay.
Oh my gosh, this is hilarious.
I think if you put him back at Man United, the same thing happens again. He goes back to being the McTominay that they remember. Sometimes you need a different environment, different playing style, different manager to get the best.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, man. He's answered in a decent way.
He probably will go. I think he'll do well. Or do you know what wouldn't shock me at the same time? He flops at Napoli. So it wouldn't surprise me if he. No, it wouldn't surprise me.
Go on, they're gonna do it because they usually play two up top, right?
Yeah.
So is it gonna be him and Lukaku?
Hey, we can't, bro. I can't wait.
Target man Lukaku, easing the pressure off Nunez.
That is all pace and power and no finesse.
No, it's no tech in it, man. No tech.
Nunez and Lukaku is nasty, man. But man, 8 people in the stream. I was just reacting to. Hold up, let me get this up for you guys. Hold up, let me get this up for you guys. Let me get this up for you guys. Let me get this up for you guys. I was just reacting to this. Hold on, let me share my screen. Okay, I was watching this, yeah. Okay, so I was reacting to this. Okay.
Come on, blatantly trying to stitch you up. Because I've never heard.
Me, the shameless guy I am. I delivered.
By the way, but I asked Matt yesterday, but I want to know.
Because
So
I'm a
ask them
troll.
how they would feel if
I
Nunez
trolled
scored
it.
against us in the Champions League to knock us out.
Look at their reaction, man.
Pick up early rounds.
heated.
That's Elliott. Like,
Wait,
Hold
hold on.
shirt.
So I asked Matt yesterday, but I want to know. So he said, ask them how they would feel if Nunez scored against us in the Champions League to knock us out and 30 goal season with a new trim.
I'd say cool. Good luck to him.
You know what it is, yeah? He's a liar. This guy right here, liar. Because if he scored 30 goals, cool, that has nothing to do with us. But if Nunez then drops, after this I'm gonna go back to the ESAT topic. By the way, guys, if Nunez then drops a 2-piece on us, takes off his shirt, jumps up in the air and goes, "Vamos, let's go!" I'm gonna be heated. I'm gonna be laughing at the same time, but I'm gonna be heated. Hold on 1 minute. Gemini Hoops is calling me. Yo, what's good?
Hey, what's good, man?
Yo, what's good, man? What's good? The stream can hear you, by the way, man. What's good?
Hey, did you hear what this dude Gilbert Arenas said on his podcast?
What did Gil say? And by the way, the stream can hear you, man. What's good? But continue speaking though. What did Gil say?
So this guy is on there. Him and his podcast. I don't know. I really feel like these guys don't watch basketball or care once they retire. He's saying the Celtics don't care anymore about winning the title. That's why everybody's on getting traded. And I'm like, bro, like if anything, them doing these trades show that they still want to compete for a title because of the NBA second apron rules.
Oh yeah. But he's clueless about the rule. They had to trade those guys. They had no choice. They knew they had to trade those guys.
They were screwed. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, like a lot of these former players, like I feel like the minute they retire, they do not watch basketball, nor do they care about the business of basketball.
Well,
They just get on these podcasts and they just yap and babble, and none of it is true.
Yeah, but
crazy.
You know what it is, yeah? It's like in football, yeah. And in basketball, you got people that play the sport. You got people that play the sport. And guys, man, in the stream, man, this is what you get when you come. You get unpredictability. But yeah, you get guys that play the sport that don't really watch the sport. They were good at the sport, but they never really watched it. They were one of those people that enjoyed playing it. And when you're in a position of playing football or playing basketball, you're in a position where following the sport, you're literally going out of your way because you're just too busy. And when you're too busy, after a while, you get used to not watching the sport. You get used to watching highlights, looking at bot scores, and not understanding. And you know what it is with sports. Sports is the only thing that if you do not follow it, your knowledge is washed. No matter how knowledgeable you are in your prime, if you do not follow it, your knowledge is washed because the rules constantly change. And you see this with pundits. You see this with sports analysts. You see them not be able to break down the sport because a lot of them don't like the new product what it is at this current moment in time. They see players like a Chet Holmgren or a in football terms Nicholas Jackson, and they're not impressed. Lukaku, not impressed because of the lack of skill that they're used to, or the lack of the way they play the game. They don't like the way they play the game because they're used to the game being played a certain way. But what people need to understand is the sport evolves based on who is the guy in the league. Like you said this before. When Michael Jordan was the best player in the world, everybody wanted a guard. When or in football, when Cristiano Ronaldo was the best player in the world, you're getting Cavasquelias. When Neymar was popular, you're getting Lamine Yamal, you're getting Desire Doué, you're getting all of these guys that are modeling their games after these dudes, and that has an impact on the area you're gonna get, because you're gonna get very technical players, you're gonna get players that are not so technical. It just really just comes down to the fact that people need to understand that the Celtics trading these guys, showing, like you said, shows ambition, shows the fact that they still want to win, and it shows the fact that they are trying to prepare for when Tatum comes back.
Correct. Exactly.
But like I said, man, they had to trade all these guys. Porzingis, I'm not mad at them trading Porzingis. Dude was injured anyway. Drew Holiday was on the decline anyway. It was the perfect time to move him on. You're putting yourself in a situation where and this is what Liverpool are doing in the transfer window. You're selling the player before their market value plummets. So you're trying to get the most out of them. So you're trying to get a premium out of the player that you're moving on. And I feel like that's very important in sports overall. You got to try and get the premium. You got to try and move them on just before everybody starts to notice the decline. That's how you maximize market value. And that's what these sports guys don't understand. I see this with Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand tried to say Gökers isn't that good. The guy has scored 45 goals. Regardless of what league you're in. 45 goals. Scoring more goals than you play games. It's not only showing me you're too good for that league. It's showing me that you're a serious bagsman. Like a lot of these dudes try to be hipster and try to just say anything, because we're in the era where anybody has an opinion. Everybody has a podcast. Remember I told you about players getting injured. Everybody's a fitness instructor because they got muscles. Exactly. That's why these guys are getting injured, because these fitness instructors are not... Back in the day, you saw people study to become fitness instructors. Know the science of what your body needs, the recovery and all that stuff, understanding their clients. But what these people are doing, they're training them how they'll train themselves, not understanding that you got to progress people in a certain way. If you progress people too much, that's where you get an Achilles tendonitis. That's where you blow your Achilles out. That's where you get all these injuries, because Achilles injuries is very based on how much pressure you're putting on the ground. Yeah. And when you work out, when you're doing explosive exercises, that's what happens. That's how you blow your Achilles out, because you're putting so much force on the ground to take off. You're accelerating and decelerating. Factor into the account that these guys don't train as much and don't play as much. And people don't understand, when you don't play as much, you're more susceptible to injuries because your body's not prepared for what you're trying to put it through. And that's the problem. These players' bodies are not prepared for what they're putting themselves through. Obviously, you get the cases of bad luck and unfortunate circumstances. But at the end of the day, injuries are going up because players are not fully prepared, and the intensity and how they're playing the sport is getting faster. So you're playing at such a high intensity way, but your body can't handle that. So that's how I see it, man. Gilbert Arenas says it for shock value. Stephen A says it for shock value. Rio Ferdinand says it for shock value. Jamie Carragher making those AFCON comments says it for shock value. Not knowing that England are getting pieced up by freaking Senegal without Sadio Mane. And even though Sadio Mane is washed, he's still one of their key players.
Yeah, exactly. Like, everything you said is spot on, man. It's spot on. Like, a lot of it is shock value, and the main key point is that you mentioned, and this goes for even normal fans, where it's like, if you don't keep up with sports, the minute you fall off of it, like, your knowledge is washed.
Oh yeah,
You have to consistently stay current.
That's the one thing you got to consistently stay current. And you know what's crazy? Yeah, the people that fall off, and they're at, let's say they're around 40, 45 realm, they will still cook a lot of people in a one-on-one. And that's what fools a lot of people. Just because you're good at the sport don't mean you're knowledgeable.
Correct.
You can be more skilled than me, but I can still know the more about you, because what people need to understand is get a certain talent levels that people just can't translate. And real, just a heads up, who is that guy? Tell me who he plays for, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I have not heard of the dude that you're mentioning. But I'm always open to looking into who he is. 5 people in the chat. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, man. We are giving you bonus edition content, man. I'm waiting for Mike to join, because Mike wants to be there for when we talk about Man United. But yeah, just because you're good at the sport doesn't matter. Like we seen this firsthand in the boxing with Pauline Malignaggi. We've seen this first time with coaches like Jose Mourinho. To bring it back to football, Jose Mourinho never played football at any professional level. One of the greatest coaches of all time. Like sometimes you it's all about understanding how the sport works. There's a difference between understanding how the sport works and then applying that to yourself, which is a whole different ball game. Spanish centre back. I'm gonna look into him. I'm gonna look into him. I'm gonna get back to you on that. I'm gonna look into that centre back. Okay, let me search him up for you right now. I'm gonna search him up for you right now. But yeah, Gilbert Arenas. He does a lot of things for shock value. He does a lot of things for reactions, and he does a lot of things so that he can so that he can be, because a lot, like I said, like I've seen people try to say that Isak wouldn't work at Liverpool because there's too many chefs in the kitchen. I was like, that's one of the stupidest comments ever, man. So you're telling me if you have too many good players, it doesn't work? Because that's basically what people are saying when they say this type of stuff. You like this ain't basketball where you have where you can only have a certain amount of ball handlers. This is football. Football is a lot different. He's under 21. Like, it's a lot different, man. It's a lot different.
You know, in a team sport like that, you want to have good players at every position because people have different duties. Like you said, it's not like basketball where you're both playing offense and defense, and really it's predicated on who's that top player. So,
this guy's 20.
You just have to kind of rely on that.
Okay, so I'm looking into the centre back that you said in the reel. 6'2", plays for Valencia. So I'm seeing that he's already played a lot of games for Valencia. The issue is if we sign Marc Guehi or Marc Guehi, depending on how people want to pronounce him, the issue that you're gonna have is how do you sell the idea of being a 4th or 5th choice centre back? That's a very tough sell. Unless you're downright lying to the player, it is very tough to sell a 4th or 5th choice centre back, because by the looks of things, Liverpool are gonna sign Marc Guehi. The only way I see us getting another centre back, realistically, is what you do is this, yeah. So you got Van Dijk and Konate. Konate's going into his final year of his deal. Let's say, and some magical reason, Konate doesn't sign. So you bring Marc Guehi. Marc Guehi partners up with Van Dijk, or you get another centre back that you've made feel as better. But let's say Marc Guehi does the job and proves that he can be that dude. So you bring Marc Guehi in. So you got 2 centre backs. Then you get this guy, so you got 3. Then you still got Joe Gomez, so you got 4. The fifth option really could be Wataru Endo, meaning that if a injury crisis happened, you play Wataru Endo. Most likely, you would not want to enter that scenario. Or if Liverpool wanted to be smart, is you sell one of the fullbacks, and then one of the left backs. You get Jarrell Hato. Make Jarrell Hato one of the backups. Liverpool are not signing Guehi. According to David Alcott, Liverpool are close on signing. This is the same guy that broke the Henderson news, and this was one of the first dudes that broke the fact that Klopp was leaving Liverpool. So if you don't think Liverpool are signing Guehi, that's cool. I feel like this guy's pretty reliable, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Me, when it comes to breaking news, I give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt when it comes to news. If you have a good track, because when you make these claims, people don't like Gemini Hoops will also vouch for this. Yeah, people don't understand when you make these claims, it is actually detrimental to your credibility as a journalist. You cannot get shit like this wrong. As a journalist, you have to be perfect. Would you agree?
Definitely, 100%. Because then people can't rely on you. You're not a source of information anymore.
Exactly. And journalism is one of the most brutal industries, because you can get one thing wrong and get everything else right. That one thing wrong, people are going to use that against you and go, well, you weren't right this time. But I was right all these other times. But you weren't right this time, so there's a chance of you being wrong because you weren't right all these other times. And that's what people need to understand. Like I said, you can think we're not signing him, and we may not sign him. But apparently, as it currently stands, apparently we're close to signing him. 13 people in the live. This is amazing, man. Slap the like button, man. We are 2 subscribers away from 300. I'm here with Gemini Hoops right now, and we just chopping it up, man. So right now we're in a situation where Darwin Nunez, because since you're here, man, they can hear you perfectly clear. So this is the closest they can be. So as long as you're available, we could chop it up quick. So apparently Darwin Nunez, I'm not sure if you've seen it. Darwin Nunez wants to go to Napoli. Do you know what makes this deal significant?
Oh, what makes this? First of all, why the switch up? Why no longer Atletico Madrid?
Atletico Madrid, Napoli are the ones showing eagerness to get him.
Okay.
Okay. Oh damn, we got some Konate news. I don't know if this is true, but this guy has gotten some shit right in the past. According to this guy, Konate wants to leave Liverpool at the end of his contract. If that's the case, Liverpool need to sign a new contract. I would keep him because I feel like he can help us win a league title. And after this, Liverpool cannot let people be going for free no more. Bad business. But we're gonna address that up in a minute. But back to Nunez. Napoli are the ones showing the most eagerness. And then you got to factor into account, he has the chance to play with Kevin De Bruyne.
Hey, that means I'm looking at a 20+ goal season for Darwin
Nunez. Yeah, and this season is big for his career. Me personally, there's a chance that he could fail, but I feel like he would succeed, and I feel like sometimes you just need a fresh environment. I don't know why. I feel like we're going to draw them in the Champions League, and Darwin Nunez is going to score a brace, and he's going to celebrate like a madman.
One thing I'll say before I have the J is this. In sports, doesn't matter. Sports is like dating. You want to go with the person, or in this case, the team that shows the most interest in you. Just like in dating. You're not going to go after somebody who's not that interested in you because then they're going to have wandering eyes. And you're going to have that feeling of, is this person sleeping with somebody else? Same thing in sports. You're going to have these wandering eyes from the club, and you're going to constantly be looking over your shoulder, and that's the worst way you want to play. You don't want to be playing looking over your shoulder like, who's coming to get me? Who's subbing in for me? Who are they in the transfer market for? That's the worst thing you could do as an athlete. So
exactly.
Choosing Napoli, big ups to him, man. He's going
and they could sign him for apparently 65 million euros, which that would help fund for the Isak deal. I don't know how the installments how it's gonna be. What I reckon it's probably gonna be 45 million, and then the rest is gonna be like 20 millions in add-ons. I reckon that's how they're gonna break it down. But let's see what happens with this deal. Personal terms are being discussed with Darwin Nunez and his camp. I reckon that's not gonna be an issue. And I reckon this is gonna be good for him to rejuvenate his career. Cut off the ponytail and gone to a short low cut. I'm telling you, people, when players get a low cut, for some reason that cut represents business. That cut when you rock a ponytail, dreads, hairstyles like that, those cuts, it's because you wanna look fashionable. When you get a low cut, you mean business. You're in the gym. Like when Trent was at his worst when he had them locks. When he cut them locks, he was Trent Alexander-Arnold again. I'm telling you. Remember, Nicholas Jackson got better when he cut his hair.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but if he cuts his hair and he reinvents himself, and he gets all these abilities and all that stuff, and it was just the pressure of Liverpool. Napoli fans are gonna love him more than Liverpool ever loved him, because Napoli fans, they love the shit out of players that bring them to Scudetto. They're building up a serviceable team, man. And Conte has been known to get the best out of these guys. He made Lukaku get like 20 plus goals. So he's known. But I'm not gonna lie, I do not like the style of Lukaku and Nunez up front. I think that's an ugly partnership.
Hey, but look I don't think it's a partnership where one has to play them at the same time.
Oh, that's true.
Somebody's coming off the bench.
That's true.
And to me, if they're ever
It's gonna be Lukaku.
Yeah, it has to be Lukaku coming off the bench.
I'm not gonna lie, but what you saying?
I said it has to be Lukaku coming off the bench.
Oh yeah, Nunez is a younger guy and they're paying more money for him. With how much money they're paying for him, they clearly rate him more.
Yeah.
But Lukaku,
Yep.
Lukaku is in the nicest way possible. He's a Serie A whore. He gets passed around with every Serie A team.
Oh my gosh.
He is the Brittany Renner of the Serie A.
Just passed around.
He is the Laurie Harvey of the Serie A. You can name all the Kim Kardashian, any person. That is Lukaku of the Serie A. But like I said, man, I'm gonna let you go, man. We'll chop it up later, man, and we talk more about the NBA because I'm bringing back NBA content soon. I'm gonna do NBA lives, guys. So we keep an eye out for that, man.
Alright, sure, man.
Bye, man. In a bit. But anyways, guys, back to what we were watching, man. Cause I got I wanted to show you this to you guys, man. So as the troll I am, man, this is what happened. Let's take a look.
He ain't gonna work for us.
No, part. No, I hear that part. Answer the other part. If he knocks us out,
Cuss him out.
And you know what he'll do as well. Umpire for the ad boards, take off his shirt, all them mad antics.
All this vamos, all of that business. Yeah. We know it.
Guys. Hold on, let me pause this. Look, wait. Let me cut it back a bit. Look at Matt's face. Just pay attention to Matt. Matt is a guy on the bar. Look how vexed he is, man. Look how vexed he is.
He'll do as well. Umpire for the ad boards, take off his shirt, all them mad antics.
He looks pissed. The thought about it is making him mad. The thought of this is making him. That's pure comedy. I ain't gonna lie, man. But let me continue.
This vamos, all of that business. Yeah. We know it.
All speaking hella bad words to the Liverpool players, knowing that they can hear, man. You know Nunez is like that.
Yeah.
Cussing out.
Bad we play against him.
Nunez is shameless. But here's the thing. We're all shameless. If a fan base online cussing me out, calling me a donkey, man, if I'm Nunez, I'll do it just based on what Donald Sam said about me. I'll do it. I'll be celebrating. I'll be beating that's me personally because I'm shameless. I'll be upset at the fact that these guys tried to question me as a professional football player. So I would be shameless too. But hey, let me see this, man.
He probably will score against us.
He probably will. But that still doesn't change my opinion. That still doesn't make me feel like, we made a mistake.
No.
Okay, here's the thing, yeah. I got a question for the chat. Question for every single person in this chat. Is there any scenario that Nunez leaves and you rate him? Or is there a possibility of a player that didn't work out in the Prem, that ends up balling it out, that ends up looking skillful, flary, looking nice on the ball? Is there any scenario where you would start to rate them? That's an honest, genuine question. Or if they didn't work out at your club, you would never rate them. Is there a scenario where you would rate a player that didn't work out at your club?
You said, Cal, some things just don't work out. Listen, look up flipping Scott McTominay. Look at him at Napoli. I think if you put him back at Man United, the same thing happens again. He goes back to being the McTominay that they remember. Sometimes you need a different environment, different playing style, different manager to get the best out of certain players. And I just think Darwin, he probably will go Italy. I think he'll do well. Or, do you know what wouldn't shock me at the same time? He flops at Napoli.
He could flop at Napoli. We could have just cooked his whole entire career. But let's see.
So it wouldn't surprise me if he no, it wouldn't surprise me.
All right, Cal, how are they going to do it? Because they usually play two up top, right?
Yeah.
So is it going to be him and Lukaku?
Hey, we cold, bro. I can't wait.
Target man Lukaku easing the pressure off Nunez.
That is all pace and power and no finesse, you know.
No, it's no tech.
How many big chances do you think they missed between them?
62.
I'm kind 78.
I'm gonna throw in one of the questions in it, Carl, that the chat asked me to ask you, yeah. And one of them said, "Why don't you rate Konate when he's been great?" Yeah, they said you don't rate Konate. They've heard some stuff you said recently.
I'm gonna mute myself because this is Cal's part of this show.
Okay, that's enough, man. I'll watch the rest of the stream later, man. But shout out to Ends, man. Great content creator, man. I just wanted to react with you guys a little bit, man, because like I said, it's fun. It's fun, like it's fun, man. It's fun. Like at the end of the day, what it really boils down to is just doing the most you can in the window. Just doing the most you can in the window, man. If a player don't work out, you move them on and get another player in. It just is what it is. Sometimes they don't have to work out. But if Konate, okay, let's talk about this. Since I'm seeing this everywhere, this has to be addressed. Yeah, guys. You guys have joined 12 people in the stream. You guys may be wondering, Marc Guehi close. And then you click on the stream. And then you see from Anfield sector, breaking news. Ibrahima Konate wants to leave at the end of his contract. Guys, I feel like we're entering into a new era of football. And I call this the free agent market era. And what the free agent market era is that since the price of signing players is going up so drastically, so crazy, players are mapping out their careers early on. So normally what would happen is you would sign for a club, not think about the possibility of leaving. You sign for that club, you sign a 5-year deal, and when your contract gets close to going down, you sign a new deal. And when the club, when you've been impressing and been doing well, a club comes in, gives an offer, they agree a free, you move on like that. But what's happening now is players are getting so expensive that clubs are tapping up players and telling them to run down their contract so that they can get them on a free. So either one or two things are going to happen. The value of players needs to drop, as in like the market needs to reset, or you're going to see more Konate situations. Or you're going to see more Konate situations where when players get down to 2 years, they're going to be like, nah, I'm good. We can discuss it later. Nah, I'm good. We can discuss it later. And a year's gone by. They've got 1 year left. Nah, I'm not really keen on it. But we're going to say, nah, I don't really want to go. So the players are taking away the power from the club. The club are powerless. Why do you think Chelsea give players 7-year contracts? Obviously, it does give players security. Yeah, obviously, it does future-proof them. And yeah, obviously, it's an easy way to spread out payments through the years that they signed the contract. Like I said, players are not signing long contracts. Okay, so they're saying Ibrahima Konate has been offered to Real Madrid and PSG and more clubs in 2026. Talks on a new contract stall, and the French centre-back is keen on a new challenge. So they're saying Konate wants to leave. You know what's crazy? Yeah? So Arsenal have won nothing. But Saliba wants to stay. Gabriel wants to stay. Miles Lewis-Skelly wants to stay. But when it comes to Liverpool, everybody wants a new challenge. Everybody wants a new opportunity. This is the Premier League champions. This is the Premier League champions. This is a team that has signed Florian Wirtz. This is a team that is refusing to shut down links for Alexander Isak. Let me continue cooking. This is a team that has shown more ambition than Arsenal, but none of these Arsenal players are forcing to move out. And when they talk about new challenge, going to Real Madrid is not a new challenge. It's not a new challenge. Don't let them fool you. It's not a new challenge. If you're going to somewhere where you can guarantee silverware, where you can guarantee finishing the top 2, compared to a team where they actually have to put in the work to make those stuff possible, that is not a new challenge. A challenge is some degree of difficulty. It's something that has some sort of resistance. Going to PSG is not a challenge, Konate. If this is true, going to PSG, Konate, is not a challenge. What are you challenging for? The league title that they win every year, that nobody else can compete with them because they're just too good. What? You think the Champions League is the only challenge? Is that it? Is that it? You can't win the Champions League with Liverpool. The new challenge talk is a load of bullshit. And that's just me being real with you. But I want to know what you guys think, man. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. Because I'm sitting here right now. That was good, Mike. I'm sitting here right now wondering where the new challenge is. So, Mike, since you're here, this is the news that has been done. I'm not sure if you can see it. Ibrahima Konate has been offered to Real Madrid, PSG, and more clubs in 2026. Talks on a new contract stalled, and the French centre-back is keen on a new challenge. Let me ask you this, Mike. Be honest, non-biased aside. Is Real Madrid a new challenge? Is PSG is that a new challenge compared to Liverpool? Because let me get this straight. PSG win the league every year. Winning the Champions League. Like I'm just trying to understand here that William Saliba is happy at Arsenal. Gabriel is happy at Arsenal. But Konate supposedly wants to leave. I'm confused at how we got here. We signed Florian Wirtz. We signed Frimpong. We signed Milos Kerkez. We signed all of these players. And maybe the Guéhi stuff makes sense now. Because, Mike, if you don't know, Guéhi is linked to Liverpool because of a guy called David Okop is a very reliable Liverpool journalist. And he's telling me that Konate is ready to leave Liverpool at the end of his contract. Wow. New league, new environment. But I swear he's already played in France. Like, alright, man. If you want, like I said, man, I'm not sure if you know this, Mike. We're in a new era. Unless you're pulling a Chelsea, players are gonna run down their contract because signing for a new. My mind went blank. Signing a long-term contracts makes you more stuck to the club. Konate is injury prone anyway. This is like the first season that he's ever had at Liverpool that he hasn't been injured. And Guéhi has a better injury record. I don't know if Guéhi is good as Konate, but we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. If he wants to leave, he should leave. But We got 14 people in the stream. Like the video. Like the video. I'm going to refresh this now to see if you guys are liking the video. We got 7 likes. That's beautiful. We hit 300. We hit 300. 300 subscribers. Oh, happy day. But let's talk about Man United. I know some of you guys aren't here for that, but I want to talk about Man United. I bounced from Liverpool to Man United. I want to talk about Man United. I want to talk about Arsenal. We're going to kind of blend all of this together, and we're going to pivot back to Liverpool, and we're going to sprinkle in some Man City. So, Man United placed a new bid for Bryan Mbeumo. The bid I know about is £60 million. Mike, anybody in the chat, do we know if this bid has been rejected? Do we know if this bid has been rejected? Do we know if this bid has been rejected? I think they should accept the bid. Okay. Let's get this up on the screen. Okay, this is the United stand posting this from Rich Fay. Don't know who Rich Fay is. Don't know how reputable he is, but he's saying that. Okay. Man United have reached a base agreement to sign Bryan Mbeumo and are happy to pay 60 million base fee, total package of roughly 65 million. The only thing left to do is to finalize the payment structure of the deal and blah 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 blah. Determine achievable outcome. Blah 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 blah. Happy with it. Mbeumo will undergo a medical. Okay, so it looks like Man United are gonna sign Bryan Mbeumo. Any person that's a Man United fan, are you happy with this deal? Let me know. Any person that's a Man United fan, are you happy with this deal? Like I said, let me know. Any Man United fan, are you happy with this deal? Let me know. Mike, are you happy with this deal? Me? I don't care about this deal, and this is all due disrespect. As far as Man United go, I'm not worried about them. Okay, let's see this.
It's very, very important indeed. Now we've seen the links to Emi Martinez. We've all read the reports that
So you guys are in for a new goalkeeper because Onana ain't it. You know the problem that you guys are having, yeah? That Man United going to have this summer. It isn't signing. It kind of is signing players, but it isn't signing players at the same time. Okay, TNT Sports understand Liverpool have no interest in signing Victor Gyökeres despite reports coming out of Portugal. Cool. What Man United fans are going to understand is you guys are struggling to move on players because players are getting paid too much. Jadon Sancho would be a Chelsea player if he didn't want the Man United salary. The Man United salary is the reason why he's still a Man United player. Like, I'm looking at it right now. Let's look at what you said. Okay. Great, but if I'm honest, we are injecting goals into our forward line, which has been lacking desperately. Yeah, that's very true. And I feel like you guys are interested in Gyökeres, but I feel like Gyökeres wants Arsenal and wants a bigger club. Me personally, if I'm being honest, Gyökeres should go Barcelona. Gyökeres, objectively, is the perfect Lewandowski replacement. The perfect Lewandowski replacement. Gyökeres is a better Lewandowski replacement than Alexander Isak from a stylistic standpoint. Like, from a stylistic standpoint, I feel like he's the perfect replacement. And I feel like Man United trying to get their business done. I will say this. When Man United target a player and the player wants to go, they normally get the deal done. Whether the price is reasonable or whether the price is ridiculous, they normally get the deal done. They still have pull. And that's why Sir Alex Ferguson is one of the greatest managers of all time. Because he's the reason why Man United still have pull. His level of success, his level of winning is the reason why they're able to do this. 6 people in the stream, hit the like button, man. I'm not gonna be streaming for much longer because I am starving. But yeah, he has been the reason why Man United are able to sign the players that they are signing. And obviously we see the successful window that City have with Ryan Cherky, Reinders, which a player that I would have liked Liverpool to sign. That would have been a good player to have in our midfield, but we didn't go for him. Reinders, who else is there? Itonori, which I've seen his comps. He's looking really good on both ends, defending, attacking. Would have loved Liverpool to sign Itonori because Robertson is as good as a fullback he is. When he's in goal scoring positions, he's useless. So getting a fullback that, if they get into goal scoring positions, can score is going to be very pivotal. And we got that with Kerkez. So they had a good business. Arsenal, their business is pretty lackluster. I do believe that Arsenal will sign Benjamin Sesko. I do believe that Arsenal will get the Benjamin Sesko deal over the line. And I do believe that as far as Man United are concerned, so I'm going to say this. City are going to have a better season. Man United are going to have a better season. Arsenal, I need to see what you do. Arteta is in the hot seat. Because this is the one season. If Arteta gets his striker and he doesn't win the league or win a Champions League, they might cut ties with him. And I feel like that'll be the right decision to do because they've given him so many opportunities, and it will just show that Arteta is just a nearly man. That's what it will show. It will show that Arteta is a nearly man. And in football, and when you're at a club like Arsenal, you can't be a nearly man. Like, you got to be able to get over the line. You got to be able to get over the line. And that's what it really boils down to, man. Like I said, man, Man United making good moves, injecting their attack. I still believe if they're doing 3 at the back, they need another midfielder. Because that midfield with Bruno Fernandes and is it Kobe Manu? If it's Bruno Fernandes and Kobe, if it's Bruno Fernandes and Eriksson, if it's Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, if it's Bruno Fernandes and Ugarte, that midfield is a sack of shit. Garbage. Trash. Garbage. But yeah, the attack is looking good. So, seeing Cunha off the left, Mbeumo off the right, but who is going to be down the middle? Who is going to be down the middle? Because Man United are also in for Ekitike. And Ekitike, growing up, was a Man United fan. So if Liverpool get Isak or Liverpool get another target, the room for them to get Ekitike opens up. The only issue is Ekitike is too damn expensive. All the strikers available are too expensive. And Man United need to make some sales. And one thing that Man United have shown, they are not good at selling. They are really not good at selling players. But yeah, man. That's all I got to say. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. We got 300 people. Yeah, I mean, we've got 300 people that are subscribed to this channel. And yeah, I would stream longer, but I am starving. If any major news happens, I may go live again. But yeah, like I said, I'm starving, man. I'm hungry as shit. Haven't eaten all day. Been live for an hour and 15 minutes. So yeah. I'm going to catch you later, guys. Thank you for coming down. All the 8 people, all the 9 people, I would say that has been a successful stream.